back to the news at 10. A community in Yala local government area of Cross River State may be in danger of being cut off from its neighbours if the only link in the form of a fragile old bridge is not repaired immediately. The residents are appealing to the federal government to construct a new one, as they allege that the contract has been awarded but never executed. Our community report tonight takes a look at the challenges in this community.
Yala local government area, with a population of just over 200,000, is located in the northern senatorial district of Cross River State, South Nigeria. The inhabitants' major occupation is farming. This is the federal government road linking Yala with other areas of the state and stretching as far as Benue State and the Federal Capital Territory. Yache is one of the communities in Yala local government area where this bridge, which was built during the Civil War, has been in a dilapidated state for a while.
They started constructing this road over the years, but the contractor abandoned the project. You can see the dilapidation of this bridge.
The residents complain that the poor state of the road affects business adversely.
Anything what we do, the road no good, so that the buyers will come and buy those loot.
Last week, water full, cover everywhere. We know they be pass here, block the other people for the village. We know they penetrate to each other.
If the road is in a bad state, the schools are probably worse. This building with cracked walls and compromised roof is the local hospital. It's obvious not much care can be given here. Sick people have had to go to Benue State for treatment because it's closer to Yache than the general hospital in neighboring Ugoja. There's been some community effort, but it's not enough. Thankfully, the state government has stepped in and new infrastructure is being built.
We're donating money from the community members. Women and elders in the community will go night by night, tap on their doors. They were donating 100 naira, 50 naira towards this building. And I can tell you, for over 15 years, the community were unable to complete this project.
The school have been without a building for some years, and but with the help of this superb chairman, now we have about 3 buildings standing here now, and with his help also we have some sitting, some chairs.
He's building a state-of-the-art a comprehensive healthcare center in Yache for Yache people. This comprehensive center would give all the services it will provide, including basic emergency services for pregnant women. It would have a blood bank, it would have an ambulance bay, a mini theater, name it, all the basic services we need.
The construction of new schools, hospitals and other social amenities may be encouraging to the people of Yache, but it might count for little or nothing if they are cut off from the rest of the world without a bridge.
For over 15 years, the community were unable to complete this project.
The school have been without a building for some years, and but with the help of this superb chairman, now we have about 3 buildings standing here now, and with his help also we have some sitting, some chairs.
He's building a state-of-the-art a comprehensive healthcare center in Yache for Yache people. This comprehensive center would give all the services it will provide, including basic emergency services for pregnant women. It would have a blood bank, it would have an ambulance bay, a mini theater, name it, all the basic services we need.
The construction of new schools, hospitals and other social amenities may be encouraging to the people of Yache, but it might count for little or nothing if they are cut off from the rest of the world without a bridge.
Members of the Hausa community in Anambra State have endorsed Governor Willie Obiano for a second term, describing him as a shining example of a true nationalist. The endorsement event drew members of the Hausa community to the Governor's Lodge in Awka, where the virtues of the governor were extolled. Governor Obiano, in turn, gave them the assurance of better security and safety.
Members of the Arewa community from all parts of Anambra State have come to the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, to express their solidarity. They describe him as a true nationalist. The turnout is notable, men, women amongst them. The Sarkin Hausa in Onitsha assures the governor of victory in the forthcoming elections.
This election that is coming up, November 18th, he will be the winner.
The leader of the Awka community, who is also the senior special assistant to the governor on Muslim affairs, and his Newi and Fulani community counterparts, described the governor as one who understands their social and economic challenges.
Excellency, we have not any point that we will say is our candidate apart from you. We here, all of us know that we are voting for Awka. That is why we are here.
They will see us as many as we are because we are going to defend our votes.
The representatives of the various communities endorsed Governor Obiano with voice affirmation while standing and jointly lifting his hands. The chairman of the Obiano re-election campaign, Victor Ume, is happy with the decision of the Hausa community, stressing on the unity of Nigeria.
All of us are brothers and sisters. Both Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, all of us are brothers and sisters. We don't discriminate. Okay, where are you going to put your vote? If you put them there, now Obiano, you don't put for.
The governor responds, reassuring the people of his commitment to security, peace and harmony in the state.
The only thing I ask of you is to be a good citizen. Don't do things that the police will arrest you. Are you hearing me? That is what you owe us. Make you live like, make you respect the law of the land.
As the popularity of the governor reportedly grows by the day, hopes are high for the Obiano camp that the November 18 polls will reflect the type of support captured at this event.
Let's take a look at some business news now. Here's Anne Wilder.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Ijoma, and welcome to Business News. The central bank raised 215.88 billion naira, and that's 4 times the amount it initially planned at an auction of treasury bills today. Bids as much as 18.9% for the one-year debt and as low as 13.15% for the 3-month paper were all made by investors. A breakdown of the auction shows that the bank raised 22.78 billion in the 3-month bill at 13.15%, 24.74 billion naira in the 6-month bills at 16.8%, and 168.36 billion naira for the one-year bills at 17%. Total subscription for auction so far this week now stands at 559 billion naira. The equities market rebounded sharply at the close of midweek trading session, breaking the 2-day consecutive decline by blue chip stocks. Let's hear more from BC Adebayo.
Investors at the local stock market reversed the sell-offs that dominated the week with a 1.04% increase in the main market index today. The recovery, which is attributed to bellwethers in the industrial goods and the oil and gas sectors, pushed up the total market value from its previous close by 124 billion naira to 12.13 trillion naira on Wednesday. 19 gainers of the day include Dangote Cement and Owando, but was led in percentage value by 4.97% price increase from May and Baker. On the flip side, Nigeria Police Microfinance Bank and NASCON saw the highest price losses ahead of 18 other losers. In contrast to Tuesday's session, a lower volume turnover of 137.35 million shares changed hands for 1.13 billion naira in 2,977 deals, contributed mostly by Mayor Paints, Access Bank and Transcorp. And that's it on the stock market reports. I am Bisi Adebayo.
Major markets around the world ended in mixed directions today as the U.S. Federal Reserve voted to leave rates unchanged at 1.2%, and they announced plans to reduce the country's $4.5 trillion balance sheet next month. Here are the figures for Wednesday. Thanks a lot for watching Business News tonight. I'm Anne Nwawado. It's back to you, Joma.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Anne. The Nigerian Content Act has continued to yield positive results in the oil and gas industry in the country, and that's according to the Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Mekanti Baru, who delivered a keynote address at the Avon Offshore Manifold Sail Away celebration in Port-Harcourt, the River State capital. The Group Managing Director believes the move by Avon Offshore has taken Nigerian content development a notch higher.
It's another milestone for Avon Offshore in fabrication and loadout of subsea structures, as the company is set for its 3-manifold sail-away celebration. The management and staff of Avion, top management representatives from the NNPC, Nigerian Content Development Management Board, NCDMB, the Norwegian company, Technique FMC, and the country's ambassador, among other oil and gas operators, assembled for the event.
The work scope comprises these manifolds, jumpers, suction valves, Christmas tree frames, and subsea distribution units, all totaling over 6,000 tons of work. This equipment represented some of the most critical elements for bringing the field into production.
After other presentations, the Group Managing Director of NNPC, the Executive Secretary of NCDMB, and other special guests proceed for a tour of the facility. And then, the cutting of tapes unveils the successful sail-away of the 257-ton Egina subsea production system manifold.
I'm happy with the product I saw from this yard, and the fact that they've been able to deliver by Nigerians on time, world-class quality. The second aspect of my happiness is that this yard had delivered this product within the limits of safety.
Avion is a partner of the arrowhead that has always preached Nigerian content.
We are happy today, looking at what Avion has done with Technique as partial fulfillment of that objective.
Avion Offshore Yard, with 10 covered workshops, sits on an area of 280,000 square meters with a 220-meter-long jetty set to maintain a growing reputation of delivering best international quality in fabrication and loadout of subsea structures.
Still ahead on the news at 10, England sacks women's national team head coach Mark Sampson following revelation about his conduct during his time at Bristol Academy. That's on sports. Please stay with us.